Hey guys, what's going on? It's Thomas here again with Down Out Design out here in the studio. Got a couple of different things I was going to try. Had two cameras, just regular picture cameras, digital cameras, that I was going to use to film with, but lost the charger to one, and the other one, the memory stick is full. So, that being said, I really wanted to get out and work on something else, and the other video got cut short. Was having some technical difficulties, but as I was watching them back, kind of slowly figuring out the whole process. I'm not real tech savvy, so it's kind of a slow going thing for me. But I seen that we left off kind of where the teeth were, and we still didn't really get very far on that that skull. But what I was thinking was, I have a pretty good handle on freehand drawing. So I didn't really think about that. If you can't draw, or you're not real great with drawing, or you don't feel comfortable with drawing, it may not be the best way for you to go about airbrushing a particular project. I have a really good handle on how a skull's supposed to look. Some of you may not. Some of you may not feel comfortable with that. So I figured I'd kind of go back to the basics now that I've thought about it, and I got a couple of freehand skull stencils, and two of them that I'm going to be using were custom made. They was cut by a guy here locally that he does a lot of plotter work and stuff like that. So these are just cut out of Mylar, I think, or some kind of thin acetate. And we're going to try and use one of those, and we'll try and cover some of the fundamentals of taking a stencil and turning it into something that doesn't look like it was made by a stencil. And that is the whole reason why you use a stencil. It's not cheating. It is not cutting corners. It's nothing like that. All stencils do for you is they save you time, and time is money, and everybody knows that. And for those of you that are doing this just for fun, don't get me wrong, I do not make hardly any money off this airbrushing thing. I am by no means a professional. I have a job that allows me to, between jobs, buy stuff that I need to keep doing this. As it's a passion. It's not a job. And whenever I do get a project, it is just, I'm on cloud nine. So basically, I make enough money to support the habit, with the habit. So I airbrush, and with everything that I get paid to airbrush, I buy more stuff for airbrushing. So everything I have, pays for itself. I really have no profit margin. So this is really a labor of love, and this is just the best thing in the world to me. So that being said, back to the stencils. If you don't feel comfortable yet, it's a great way to get to know your airbrush. It's a great way to come to grips with control, being able to multitask and do two things at once with your hands. It's being able to lay stuff out, place it, be able to change and alter your stencil image so it doesn't look like a stencil, or you could take that and use it for a basis to make it look like something that never even what the stencil was made for. So let's see if I can spin you all around and face my monster easel that I built, custom made. One day I'll make a video on that and kind of talk a little bit about it. But for now, I'm gonna spin you all around to the canvas, or to the paper rather, and change out the piece of paper, and we'll throw that stencil up there and see what we can get going. I figured I would show you guys this. I'm not real sure what this is actually made for, but this is just a roll of ordinary paper. It feels kind of like wrapping paper, kind of like a almost like a butcher paper without the wax on it. And it was free, so I just tear off a big piece of it. Come over here and tape it on. And let me get this taped on, and I'll show you guys what we got going here. I don't know about y'all, but I'm loving this cold weather. If it was up to me, it would be cold year round. So, I'm going to spin you around. And see if we can't adjust down a little bit. Okay. Now, let's see. We're going to take and we're going to load. We're going to load up our airbrush with some more Createx Illustration Black. Put it in the HPCS hot water. And we're going to take our stencil and throw it up here and kind of demonstrate a few things, and I hope that this camera angle is acceptable. So hang on just a second and we'll get right to it. Loading Createx Illustration Black straight out of the box.